Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to day 29. Yes, I know it's May 30th, but still, day 29 of our lovely, oh, it's sprinkling on me. Hello, rain. Of our lovely adventure in being you. And this month of May, we've been exploring all sorts of themes, topics, questions, ideas, whatever, from the Being You Changing the World book by Dr. Dain here. See, good looking fellow right there. And of course, all of these tools and Dr. Dain's book are based on the Access Consciousness tools. And I'm an Access Consciousness slut. I just have to say it. I love the tools. I love the lightness, the difference, the ease, the joy, the wonder. I never knew that I did live in a universe that functions in the way that I've learned with the tools of Access Consciousness. And this ties right into today's theme. This is ask and you shall receive. And mind you, I'm doing like a little teeny tiny, like 5-minute or whatever it is thing about it. There is more, and there is more, say, from Dr. Dain, even his Being You Hangouts, etc. with Ask and You Shall Receive. Hello, Facebook user. It's good to see you guys. And I hope this is a contribution for y'all. But see, what I thought I knew when I found Access, when I lived a life of misery and frustration. You would not have wanted to be in a conversation with me for longer than maybe 5 minutes pre these tools, because I was in the trauma and the drama and the misery of living. I did not get that I create my own reality. I did not get that ask and you shall receive was a thing. And so I learned that hard work makes luck. I learned that we have to struggle and we have to suffer, and by the sweat, blood, sweat, and tears, no pain, no gain, and all sorts of other stuff that they teach us in this reality. And what's really cool is that that's just the way it works for those people who choose to have it work that way. There's something called your point of view creates your reality. We spoke about that in one of the other videos. You can look it up. I can't remember which day it was. But if you look at ask and you shall receive, there is such an elegance to it. There is such a beautiful engagement with everything that's in the universe, with the molecules, with consciousness, with everything. It's like you're willing to be present. You're willing to ask from the space of knowing that something more is possible and available. And you're asking, like, it expands the universe. It expands the universe for you, and the universe has room to then slide in and go, hey, baby, you want some loving? Here I come. I'm going to give you some love and some attention, some, joy, some ease, some elegance, whatever it is that you're asking for. But most of us go, no, I got this. I can do it all by myself. All by myself, and we're not alone. And we don't have to do things by the sweat of our brow. And that doesn't mean you don't take action. Okay? Please get that. That's not the thing. But we don't have to second guess ourselves. We don't have to struggle. We don't have to do any of that stuff. Our reality as humanoids, we spoke about that a wee bit. And if you want more of a conversation on that, read the book Magic, You Are It, Be It by Gary Douglas and Dr. Dain. Phenomenal. And any foundation class will also delve into being a humanoid and actually stepping into those capacities. One of the things that we do as humanoids, one of the things that we be, is knowing that something more is available and possible. And the two questions we explored in yesterday's video: what else is possible? And how does it get any better than that? That is part of ask and you shall receive. It's not you get in and you tell the universe, yes, I'll only receive it if it comes in the language that I'd like, from the person that I'd like, in the way that I'd like, in the amount that I'd like. If it doesn't come that way, then no, ain't no miracle there for me. No. Get out of the way. Stop resisting. You make life and living so hard when you resist, when you kind of go against the flow. Life flows. There's a fluidity and an ease and a beauty and a wisdom in the universe. And when we allow ourselves to be part of that, when we allow ourselves to be open to that, we can begin to perceive things in an entirely different way. So, had a phone conversation earlier today with a relative. I'm just going to say that. And she's moving to a different state. And she was asking, like looking at what job would she like to take. And one would be in the public sector. In terms of working in the educational system, and then her student loans would still be overlooked for another few years while she's working in the system, or she could go to a private sector and then maybe earn more money, but there's the student loans would not be forgiven then, right? And I looked at it and I thought, where is the question of what else is possible, and how does it get any better than this? Now, this is someone who does not like access and does not like me doing access or anything like that, so they wouldn't necessarily listen, maybe, but generally they just shut down if I ask a question. So I don't go there. What I recognize, though, is how much was functioning from this is, therefore. If X, then Y. How many other letters of the alphabet are there? How many other combinations of letters and numbers could there be? It's infinite, the possibilities that are available to us. Yet most of us go to a very different way of asking and receiving. Most people that I see do a lot of, not the access ones generally, but other people will complain. And then they'll get more of what they complain about. They'll bitch, they'll moan, they'll groan, they'll complain, they'll fuss, they'll, oh no, beg, plead. And the universe will give them more of the stuff that they're complaining about, because that's just the energy that they're putting out there, the amount of energy, the focus, the direction, the only thing that they're showing the universe that they're really caring about, rather than relaxing and allowing and asking, and surprise me, universe. I hit rock bottom. Now what? Where can we go up from here? What is right about this that I'm not getting? What's right about me that I'm not getting? What's right about this situation I'm not getting? In the case of my relative, how much ease could I have out creating my student loans to make it be like a no thing, like a, oh yeah, that, I wonder how quickly we can blow through all of those and create so much with so much ease that they can be paid back in no time. Yeah, but we don't look at that. We look at, this has to be hard. Well, what if it doesn't? What if it isn't about the struggle and the effort and the blood and the sweat and the tears? But there's this engagement with the molecules, engagement with the universe, stepping into the miracle and the magic and the possibility and the invitation to all of that, that we be by our very ask. And our ask, and the more we ask, expands the universe. It expands everything that's available, not just for us. We live in a kingdom of we, part of oneness. So when we ask and when we choose and when we're willing to have more, others are able to choose more if they'd like, not by force, if they'd like. So what else is possible? How does it get any better? What other questions could we, and this is another thing, like, how big are your asks? What are you asking for? Is it truly your ask that you're asking for? Like, are you congruent with that? Is that something that will just make your heart sing and light you up? Or is it something that, well, this is what I'm supposed to have, and you go into the shoulda, coulda, woulda and judge yourself at the same time, like whipping yourself because you haven't yet gotten whatever it is that you decided you had to get? So are you operating from a shoulda, coulda, woulda, or, wow, wouldn't this be grand? How much more of, wow, wouldn't this be grand? Surprise me, universe, could you add to your life? Because if we live in a universe of ask and you shall receive, how much more fun can you have asking and receiving? So thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.